after what happened on yesterday's stream, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. I'm Aces. Hi, what's up? And you like the stream, thanks a lot. So, I'm just doing the solves that I have to do from yesterday, and for the first 30 minutes of the stream, every sub will add to our solve count. And we did lose 2 subs since the last stream yesterday, so that's 600 solves now that I have to do instead of 800. And if you hear thunder, that's because it's thundering where I am and storming. I'm a nice. And Gateswood says hello. What's up? I learned this OLO yesterday. There. I finished learning. Oh snap. That's the DNF. Oh. I finished learning for OLO yesterday. And thanks to whoever just liked the stream. I'm assuming it was Gage Place. $11.56. IMA asks, which app do you use? If you're asking for streaming, I just stream through YouTube, and I look at the chat on my computer. And, but if you're asking, like, for a timer, I use CubeDesk. Oh, P looks good. $12.37. Really messed up. 14.99. Also, guys, my latest long form video has like 97 views, so it's pretty close to 100 views. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure after the stream to go check it out. $12.18. Bubba Cubes, welcome to the stream. $13.66. And Gagespus says there's 96 views. In my YouTube studio it says 97 views, but if it really is 96, then I guess I'm wrong. And Bo Cubes, I have to do, I think, 600 subs because I lost 2 subs since the last stream. So, yeah. Still a lot of solves. $12.5 now. And Gatespace says, not gonna lie, we are starting to build a good community. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to show up right as I start live streaming. I've only been doing it for about 4.5 minutes. I messed up my F2L. $14.51. And Ashton says hello. What's up? Just doing all the solves I have to do. And Gatewood says, see what I mean? I don't think I see what you mean. If you're talking about, like, the thing, a community, then yeah. Oh snap, another unit. $10.74. $10.92. And I need to do something real quick. Right. I learned this out yesterday. There we go. 14.85. $11.74. Ashton says, how many subscribers are you gaining per day? It's not, some days I gain 0 or negative numbers, and some days I gain, like, I can gain over 10. So I'll just say, like, 4 subs per day. Because there are a lot of days that I don't get any subs. Whoa, 8.74. And Ashton says, that's not bad. It's annoying when people subscribe and then unsubscribe. Yeah. But one thing I find really annoying is that sometimes I'll do a live stream and I'll get a bunch of subs. Like, on one part of a live stream one time, it was, like, every sub is 50 subs. I started with 822, and then I got up to 877. But then YouTube, since I got so many subs, this is what I think happened. YouTube thought all those people were bots, and then I was down to 825. Oh snap, another DNF. $12.94. $11.51. And whoever liked the stream, thanks. 11.65. $11.56. And Rubik Cubes asks, can you solve a 2x2 blindfolded? Yeah, I can. And Gaming Toilet Brett, welcome to the stream. Pilo Skip, 10.40. And Gaming Toilet Brett says, Keeping Candy, what's up? I'm just doing all the solves that I have to do from yesterday's stream, and for the first 30 minutes of this stream, all the new subscribers are going to add 100 solves to the tally. $11.97. Gaming Toilet Brett says, yo Andy, how many solves do you have to do so far? I have to do 600 solves right now, and I've done 25 of them. Bubba Kid says, can you solve the 2x2 blindfolded right now? Well, I'm really going to focus on these 3x3 solves, so maybe like later. And Yankee says, yo, I'm back. Welcome to the stream. I messed up there. 19.33, pretty bad. $12.8, really bad lockups on that T-perm. $14.11. $11.44. Pro Gamer says hi. Hi Pro Gamer, welcome to the stream. $12.19. And we did just get another subscriber. And that is in the first 30 minutes. So now we'll have to do 700 solves. I just got my PB single of 6.52 with a pillow skip. Let me make sure the scramble's right. Okay, so I think I did that. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it's the right scramble. Give me to a bet. My stream ended early yesterday because my power went out and then my computer couldn't connect to the internet. And Perfect Gamer said, "Nice on the PB, thanks." Adam and Ken, welcome to the stream. And I'm just seeing if this scramble is correct. Doesn't look correct for the solve. Okay, I think nice Bubble Cubes. I'm gonna take this scramble really quick and put it into actually I'll just do it later. I'm gonna enter the timer. 62 and Bubble Cube says he's eating an apricot. Nice. And if that is my PB, then it's my second sub 7 ever, which is pretty nice. And Adam, Ken, your fast keeper, thanks. So later I'm gonna take that and put it into the scramble analyzer in SpeedCube DB and try to look for one with a pillow skip. Adam and Ken, you just subscribed, so thanks. We're still going to be at 700 solves, though, because we did lose one. And, Giving to the Bed says, I got my PB last week of 22, you're so much better than me. Just keep on practicing. Per Gamer says, bro, I want to give this a 10 so badly, got 11.94, average 5 today. Nice. Uh-oh. 10.34 DNF. Adam and Kennedy should teach us viewers. Well, most of my viewers already know how to solve a cube. And if you don't know, I have a tutorial on my channel. But it's pretty outdated. And it's a kind of bad tutorial. 10.50. $11.69. Messed up on that solve. Probably could have been sub 10. $11.87. Adam Ken says, I have a YouTube channel too called Adam Ken. Nice. $14.52. Pretty bad solve. $12.52. Remember, guys, there's only 10 more minutes for when subscribing will add 100 solves. 14.09. Gatesby says, sorry, my iPad down and back. Well, welcome back. And Mr. Cube says, hey, am I late? Well, I don't really think being late to a stream is anything. But at least you're here. So welcome to the stream. I'm just doing all the solves I have to do. And whoever liked the stream thinks. It's a pretty bad solve, 1579. And someone else just liked the stream, so thanks to whoever that was. 11.57. And Mr. Cube, if you weren't here when this happened, and this might apply to Gage Plays too, I got my PB single of 6.52. But, and I looked at the scramble, it didn't look like the correct scramble. So I'm going to put it in a scramble analyzer later to see if it was the correct scramble. I could probably just watch this live stream back to when it happened. And see if the scramble was correct. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. And we just got another subscriber. So now I'll have to do 800 solves. So whoever subscribed, thanks. $13.16. Mr. Cube says the R-Serum is a really good cube. If anyone in the stream wants a cheap and good cube, there it is, the R-Serum. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good cube. I wouldn't main it, but I think it's like $9. And for $9, really good cube. And someone liked the stream, so thanks. It's a 17.66 plus 2. So 19.66. I didn't set the timer, so that's a DNF. And Mr. Cube says some smiley faces. Smiley faces are really cool. My average of all my solves on CubeDesk right now is 14.02. So maybe when I finish all these solves, it'll be sub 14. Even though I average 12 seconds. But not in this average 5. In this average 5, I have 111, a 13, a 19, a DNF, and a 15. $10.91. Adam and Ken asks how long have I been cubing for? About 2.5 years. $13.93. $14.17. Pretty bad. Mr. Cube says, I just realized I booked 3 PBs this week. 3x3, 22.789. Clock, 22 seconds. And 2x2, 3.50 seconds. Nice. I don't think I've broken a single PB this week besides my 3x3 single, which I almost never break. $10.70. 14.39. Bubba Cube says he's spamming F-perms. Nice. Mr. Cube says, what if someone unsubscribed? You count negative 100 solves? Yeah, if somebody unsubscribes, I'm just going to take away 100 solves. Because 100 solves is a lot. And in the last live stream, when somebody was subscribing and unsubscribed, I still counted the 50 solves I had to do in the last series. But I kind of changed my mind now, so yeah. It just says, bro, I am bored. I am sorry. Adam Ken says, crazy good, bro. I averaged 30 seconds on 3x3. Good job. I'm leaving to keep up the good work. Thanks. And remember, guys, there's only 4 more minutes, and it's nearing 3 minutes, where you can subscribe, and it will add 100 solves. $12.51. Adam Ken says bye. See you later. And Mr. Cube says smiley face. I was pretty close to getting a sub 10. And Mr. Cube says it's a smiley face. Oh, okay. $14.63. And Gatespace says he has to go. See you later, Gatespace. $13.36. Remember, guys, there's only a minute and a half left where you can subscribe to add 100 solves. But if you're already subscribed, then liking the stream would help. But if you've already liked the stream, then yeah. And we did just get another subscriber, so now we're going to have to do 900 solves. 11.79. If you could buy any cube in the world, even if it doesn't exist in 3x3, to, I don't know, FTO, what cube would you choose? I think the Chi Red Clock. I know it's discontinued, but I've been searching everywhere for one. I can't find it. And I think it looks really cool. And it would look nice in my clock collection. And Fu says, hello. Welcome to the stream. 12.80. $14.00. That's pretty bad. Remember, guys, there's only 5 seconds left where you can subscribe. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that we've hit 30 minutes of live streaming, I'm not gonna do any more subscribers, but I'll probably do like at the beginning of every stream. of this series. Maybe like first 10 minutes. Every subscriber is 100 subs. Oh, Pilo Skip, 9.18. And Food says hello again. Hey there. And Mr. Cube says, I saw one in the cubicle. Well, they were discontinued a while ago, so I don't think they're still on there. And BobaCube says, next stream is every sub equals 200 subs. That's a lot of subs. And also I just saw the sub count go, like, down and then up. So I think somebody unsubscribed and then subscribed. And I messed up my Z time, 20.02. And Mr. Cube says that if he could buy any cube in the world, he would buy Game 15, Emerald, Oxer, Zenith. Nice, I've seen those cubes before. Not in person, though. I think they look really cool. And Fu says he just got a new PB of 12.36 seconds. Nice, that's pretty fast. And I messed up my cross. And I messed up my F2 up there. $16.48. Really bad solve. $12.89. Retro Boys, I don't really know what you're saying. Mr. Cube says, what if every like you do, 1 2x2 solve? Maybe. I really messed up there, 20.16. Uchiha says, hi bro, welcome to the stream. I'm just doing all the solves I have to do, and it's 900 solves, which is a lot. And yeah. And Mr. Cube says, or 1x1 solve. I think I do 2x2, because I don't have a thing on Cube Disk for 1x1. $13.12. And Rebel Cubes, I'll probably do the 2x2 blind solve. Like, I'll do it right now after I read this next chat. Uchiha says, really? Yeah, I really have to do 900 solves. I've only done 65 solves. So, Uchiha says, I also have a cube, but it takes me 3 minutes to solve it. Well, at least you can solve it. So, Rebel Cubes, I'm going to go grab my blindfold so I can do the 2 blind solve. And I average like it's probably going to be like 1:30 for the 2x2 blind solve. So I'll be back in a second after I grab my blindfold. Okay, so here's my blindfold. It's pink. Yeah. And Mr. Cube asks, do you play any games? I don't play any games. I just cube. This will be my cube cover. And we just get another subscriber. Well, whoever subscribed, as the title says, for the first 30 minutes, it was subs. But, probably, like, on my next two streams, it'll be the same thing, first 30 minutes. So, I'm gonna do the blind solve now. Okay. I'm trying to, like, remember how to hold this. It's this corner or this one. Okay, well, that one goes there. And this corner goes there. So, S. and then this corner goes here, I think. So T, sat, but that's the piece. So there and then there. Sat ultraviolet, and whoever liked the stream, thanks. And this is going to take a while. I'm just having to do the 2 by 12. Sat ultraviolet, and then this one will go here. So D, and then that goes here, I think. J. So it was sat ultraviolet DJ. And I think I already messed up. And I think I just messed up again. Yeah, I really messed up. I did solve 1 bar though. So, yeah, that was 1 minute and 24, but it was DNF. And Mr. Cube says, I struggle with blind and OH. I prefer just solve the cube with my eyes open and with 2 hands. Yeah, I don't practice OH. I used to, but then I stopped. And then at my last competition, I did really bad in OH. So, and as I don't practice blind, I just wanted to do it until I got a blind success in competition, and I did. So I probably won't practice it a lot, but if there's a competition with it, then I will. But if it has blindfolded, like, if check-in for a competition is at like 9 o'clock and 3 blind is at 8 o'clock, and then I just have to get there early, I probably wouldn't do 3 blind. $14.46, and we did just get another subscriber, and I think it was Uchiha because he said I subscribed. And Uchiha says, "What the time in your time zone right now?" It's 3:45 where I am. $14.46. Oliver C says, "What's your PB?" My PB is 6.52. I actually got it on the stream. And Oliver C, I was on the GoCube app the other day, and I was racing someone whose username was Oliver C. So if you were on the GoCube app like 2 days ago or yesterday, then I probably raced you. Mr. Cube says, "Do you have any tips for clock? I use the beginner method. If there is an advanced method, please tell me." There are a lot of different methods, like, you can just search up, like, no flip clock method or 7 simul, but those are really advanced, and if you want one that can be a little faster than beginner's method, then the method I use is 10-move memoless, but I average about the same with it as they do as beginner's method. Now laptop solvers use beginner method. And Uchiha says 2 trophy emojis. Nice. And Oliver C says I don't have a GoCube. Okay, I guess it was just another person named Oliver C that I raced. And whoever liked the stream, thanks. That's a really bad sell, $15.94. Mr. Cube says, "Do you like my profile picture?" Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The X-Men logo. $13.58. Bubba Cube says he also wants to learn 2 blind. JPerm has a tutorial for it. That's where I learned it from. $10.40. 13.16. And I tried to do that OLO from the back, but I didn't. And I still did get a PLO skip, so it still took 20, but still really bad. Mr. Cube says, learning 2x4 or take out all the PLO Ys are so long. Do you have a short one? I don't have a short Y perm. So, no, but the Y perm is pretty long. And Peculiarity says, which cube is that? It's the WRM Weilong V9, no, Weilong V10 Green Internal Special Edition. There's a link to it in my channel information thing. And BubbaCube says, is that hard to solve a 2-blind? It's really just like the corners of a 3x3 blindfolded. So, it's not really hard. If you know Y perm, then it will be really easy. $12.39. Okay. Bento Cube says that Mr. Cube says that this cube is beautiful. Yeah, I think the internals are really nice. But it says it's green when this is like blue-green. And BubbaCube says he doesn't know Y perm. So yeah, it'll definitely be easier to learn 2-blind by knowing the Y perm. It's just like a kind of modified modified Y perm. It's a bad sell, 14.88. And Oliver C says he's going to try to learn 2-blind. Nice. I remember I learned 2-blind before 3-blind. And, I mean, I think it was good. I think that learning 2-blind, you should before 3-blind. Because then you can learn how to solve the corners for 3-blind. And then it's not like the corners and the edges are in one tutorial. And then you learn it separate. And yeah. Mr. Cube says, I saw one that the internals are purple. I'll search the name of it. Yeah, it's just the same model as this cube, but with purple internals. I have it. It used to be my main, but then this one, I had made it slower. So I made this one. $14.70. Pretty bad. Oh, and I think we did get another subscriber earlier. I don't know if I said it or not, and I don't even know if I saw it, but if the person who was my 866 subscribers still here, then thanks. Because I don't know if I said anything earlier. 15.21. Pretty bad. Peculiarity says, nice, how do you learn algorithms? I use jperm.net and SpeedCubeDB. And I train with SpeedCubeDB has alg trainers, but not for every event. JPerm has them, but mainly for 3x3 and 2x2. So there's one that I use. If you just search up like any obscure algorithm set for, like if you search up EG1 trainer for 2x2, it'll probably have it. And RoboCube says, bye, I'm going to watch JPerm's 2-blind tutorial. Okay, see you later. I don't know what the website's called that I use to train algs, but it has like a bunch of 3x3 algs to train 2x2, Pyraminx, Megaminx. Yeah. 12.30. Mr. Cube says 33 MS Cube, MS3, it's the name of the cube. I'm going to search that cube up on the cubicle. So I'm just going to scramble this while the cubicle loads. And the cubicle is still loading, so I'm just going to solve this. Oof, another bad solve, 15.22. And Gates says he's back. Welcome back to the stream. And so the name of that cube is the MS Cube MS3R. When I search it up, it doesn't show anything. But MS3R. Okay. And Mr. Cube says it is bugged. My stream? Oh yeah. It's just some random pop-up message thing. Okay, there, I fixed it. But I think the stream is like behind what my phone is actually showing. Mr. Cube asks, did you find the cube? I didn't find it. I looked on the cubicle and I searched up that name. $11.67. And it still seems like the live stream is frozen, but it probably won't be for a little longer. There. It looks like it's back to normal. $12.81. Black internal, MS3R. Well, I see one that says MS3R. So, yeah, I see when it says MS3R black internals on the cubicle. But it is discontinued. Bubba Cube says I need to learn. Let me do that. Yeah, that's for like a swapping algorithm. And it's just a Y perm, but without the F moves at the beginning. So you just need to do a Y perm, but without F moves at the beginning. So it is useful to know the Y perm. And 13.86. Peculiarity says, you said good, bro. What do you think about the Tornado V4? Do you have one? I'm planning to buy one. I think it's pretty good. It was my main for a little while. I don't have the like maxed out version, but I just have the cheaper one. But still, that one's pretty good, and it's noticeably different than the Tornado V3, and I think it's better than the Tornado V3. And Mr. Cube says, I've always wanted to have one of them, but they are so expensive. I think you mean the MS3R. Yeah, but they're pretty, well, they're discontinued now. 1582, pretty bad. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get to 100 solves done on this stream. Maybe this will be like a 9-part stream series. But if I did the thing that I said I was maybe gonna do, it's like 30 minutes at the beginning of every stream. Every sub is 100 solves. At the beginning, 30 minutes of every stream, then it'll probably be a lot longer. But we've done 87 solves. Guys, make sure you like the stream. We're only 1 like away from 10 likes. 14.87. Gaming Trailer by says that the 6 count as your PB. Yeah, it's my PB single by, it's like over 0.4 seconds. And I had a PLO skip, which is pretty lucky. Oh, that's a corner twist. $15.71. Oh, thanks whoever just subscribed. BlubbyCube says, I have a 11.57 p.m. or a.m. I don't know, it's evening. Nice. Well, if it's 11:57 p.m., then it's pretty late. And Valadrias says, hi. Hey, you were on some previous streams, so welcome to the stream. And Picky Lady says, I'll sub now. Thanks for subscribing. You were probably the one who subscribed. $10.13. Game Toilet Bet says that in Wyoming it's exactly 3 o'clock. Nice. And whoever just subscribed, thanks. Oh, and Mr. Cubit says that the stream is bugged again. It was just like a notification that said 20% remaining. $14.15. Mr. Cube says I have the Shang Shao clock. Nice. And Bubba Cube says I'm your subscriber number 833. Nice. That was like during the 50 sub stream series. Valadrius says hi, give me the moderation key please. Is my dream, bro. It's honor my dead uncle. Well, I don't give moderation out to random people. So, fortunately, sorry. Game to the Brett says, oh, he's talking to Mr. Cube. Okay. Let's do these solves. Mr. Cube says, I'm a subscriber number 799. Yeah, I remember you're on my 800 subscriber stream. Oh snap, 10.99 plus 2. And guys, I think someone's subscribing and then unsubscribing. Or maybe we lost a sub and then gained a sub. And I twisted a corner. 12.17. What is the Shang Shao clock, Mr. Cube? Is it good? I know I have one. I know how it is. It's pretty terrible. Because I have one. It used to be my main, and I averaged like 22 with it. And then I got my Chi clock, and then I averaged 17 with it. So I was like, I can probably get better with this, so I practiced a lot more. But now if I do solves on it, I get like 13s when I average 10. So, I did improve. Give me the best says, give me Finny, how's your day been? It's been pretty good. And Mr. Cube says, it is not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, it's okay, but, like, for $10, I mean, I don't have any cubes to compare it to I don't have any clocks to compare it to for $10. Adhira says, bro, which method do you use to solve? I also want to learn speed cubing solve in 10 seconds. I use full CFOP, full OLL, and PLL. I finished learning full OLL yesterday. $12.99. That could have been sub 10 if I didn't lock up. So 10.47. Still a good time. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a like. We're 1 like away from 10 likes. And messed up my cross. And I see we got to 869 subs, so somebody just unsubscribed. And we are 3 subs away from finishing our first 100 subs of the stream. I'm probably going to go until I've been streaming for 1 hour. And I've been streaming for 56 minutes. And I think I twisted that corner. Yeah, I did. 1342. Adhere says, is it possible to solve in 10 seconds using CFOP? Yeah, like, the top solvers use CFOP. But, apparently, Yiheng, like, I know Yiheng Wang uses ZB, but, oh no, not Yiheng Wang, like, Xuan Yin Timan, but apparently that's a whole different method than CFOP, so, I don't know. 1123. Gaming Toilet Brett says, duty content is legendary, but what made you start your channel? I was inspired by other cubing channels, and I wanted to make cubing videos too. Particularly said, oh, he's talking to Mr. Cube. And Bubba Cube says, can you solve a theory with a Rubik's Brand? After this solve, because it'll be my first 100 solve. Really bad lockups, 12.95. So I've completed my first 100 solves. I have 10,700 solves. So we have 800 solves left to go. So I'm going to have 10,800 solves. No, 11,500. I don't know how many solves I'm going to have. Well, I need to go grab a Rubik's Brand because Bo keeps asking me to do a solve on a Rubik's Brand. So I'm going to go grab a Rubik's Brand real quick. And here is the Rubik's Brand. So I'm going to count this solve. Snap. This cube pops really easily. Okay. So let's try to get a sub 20. And that's a sub 20, 17.46. So, yeah. Mr. Cube asks, are you color neutral? I can solve on other colors, but I prefer to just solve on white and yellow, because I'm faster. Here on this 12, I'll solve on a color that's not, white or yellow. I'll do green. It looks pretty nice. I can usually, like, solving on other colors, I only do it if it's like a 1 move or 2 move cross. But my F2L is just pretty bad on other colors, so 13.03 on green cross. Because I just don't know what pairs to look for. So I think it's easy to do white and yellow. If you only know white cross, I think it's really easy to do white and yellow. Because then you're trained to know to look at, like, for this pair, you know that the last pair is going to be blue and orange. So then you're going to know to look for that pair. And then if you're solving in white, you know that this pair is also going to be blue and orange. So it didn't take any extra time to learn that color. Okay, so I've been streaming for a little over an hour now. And Mr. Cube says, imagine a super Yoda Minx. I've never even heard of a Yoda Minx. So I'm going to end off by doing 1 2x2 and 1 pyramid solve. Bubba says it's faster than me solving with the game 13 maglev. Yeah, nice. Well, I know it's not really nice. Justice Cooper says, hi, welcome to the stream, Justice Cooper. But I'm thinking of ending it soon because I've been streaming for like an hour. But I'm going to do, here, I'll do a Pyraminx average of 5, and then one of my loot bottles just fell. And then I'll probably end the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a like. We're only 1 like away from 10 likes. Pretty bad, 5.48. And snap, I dropped my Pyraminx. Oh well, I'll grab it later. And we did just get 2 likes on the stream, so thanks to whoever just liked the stream. Here, I'll do a 2x2 average instead. Because it's just here. And someone else liked the stream. So thanks to all the people who liked the stream. 2.92. Bubba Keep says, what's your PB Pyraminx single? My PB is 1.12. Yeah. And whoever liked the stream, thanks. 3.00. I'm going to do 2x2 until I get a sub 3 average of 5. I almost did the wrong EG1, 3.6. And we did just get another subscriber, so thanks to whoever just subscribed. Maybe we can get to 870 subs. $2.95. Mr. Keep says, do you have any tips on Pyraminx? I have a video for Pyraminx tips. It's like my second most recent video. And I was doing anti-CLL and I did the wrong alg. Josh Keeper says, what 2x2 are you using? It's the Game 251M Leap. I heard that the Pro is good too. This one just has stronger core magnets. And Bubba Cube says, what method do you use for Pyraminx? I use L4E, full L4E. So yeah. And Mr. Cube says, oh yeah, I forgot. It's okay. And Valg says, moderation. Well, as the sign says, I don't hand out moderation status, just anyone, please don't even ask. .83. So that's a 3.78 average 5. So that's not sub. Yeah, Valg, there's no spamming in the chat. So if you spam, make sure. Okay, if you spam, you get put on timeout. I'm sorry. For 5 minutes. So, that's what you get when you spam. That's a 4.64. .81. So I don't think this average can be sub 3. That's a counting 3.81. Pecularity says goodbye, everyone. Keep queuing. I will keep queuing, and see you later. .62, so pretty bad. Well, I actually average like 2.8 to 3.5. 6.58. Really bad. Mr. Keep says spamming alert. Yep, that's a spamming alert. So unfortunately, timeout. Because there's no spamming. 2.64. Just says, what is your fastest 2x2 solve? My fastest, this is going to sound unbelievable, but it's a 0.45. It was a 5 mover. So I did like this, and then I started with blue. I inserted that one, and then I did that. B2. So it's a pretty crazy solve. And here, let's try it. 1.04. It's because I locked up. But the cube says 0.45. Yeah, when I got it, I couldn't believe it. 3.30. Mr. Cube says it's almost a world record. Yeah. .383. Pretty bad. So really anything over 3.5 seconds is bad for me. 3.22. Mr. Cube says, have you seen Luke Garrett? Yeah, I've seen him at a competition before. Actually at 2 competitions. And he signed my cube. And when I see this, it looks like Luke Garrett. So, and we just get another subscriber. Thanks to whoever just subscribed. Now we're at 870 subs. So, let's get this sub 3 2x2 average. .60. Mr. Cube says, have you seen the Yihing Wang 1 second solve? No, I haven't. If it happened recently, then probably not. But I haven't seen a 1 second solve. 2.62. First sub 3 in a little bit. I solved my bar in the front accidentally. Mr. Cube says haven't done a smart cube. Okay, I haven't seen that. .84. I did a U3 as my AUF. .97. So that's a 3.13 average 5. If we get faster than a 3.60, we'll have a sub 2. That's a 2.999. So that's a 2.93 average 5. Let's just do one more solve to see if we can improve our average 5. We'll have to get faster than a 2.62. The lockups, it would have been that, but it didn't happen. Let's see if we can get it back under sub 3. .46. Bubba Cube says solve with this scramble. I think you mean on 3x3, because it looks like is this the Yihing Wang 1 second solve scramble? So I see this block. And oh. And the stream was lagging because it said 10% remaining, so I'm probably gonna have to stop streaming soon. And I didn't look at that F2L case. I got a 9.28. Let me try again. Okay. Mr. Cube says sub 10. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get sub 9. I got sub 8, 7.61. Okay, guys, that's it for today's stream. We did, I think, like 101 solves, and my stream still says it's lagging. But, and just keep us what's your favorite Avenger movie? I've seen all of them. I don't remember them, but I liked the first one, I think, or it was the second one. I think it was the second one, actually. And BubbaCube says there's a 13 moves reconstruction. Let me try to find it. If it's on White Cross, then maybe it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I went over 13 moves. But that's going to be it for today's stream. I did, like, I think 101 3x3 solves. So, yeah, and I got that sub 3 2x2 average. So I'm going to see you guys later. And we did hit 870 subs, but 2 people unsubscribed. And, oh, Mr. Cube says, please try my scramble. Okay, I will. I don't know if I scrambled it correctly. Your worst solve was on this scramble. $13.33. So, okay. And BubbaCube says, okay, I'm saying I'm going to end the stream. And then I just don't. Okay, so 3 mover. That's that pair. Then the red-blue pair. Then that. Maybe it was like that. Oh yeah, I think I found it. Okay, let me try again. And Mr. Cube says bye. See you later. So I'm going to try this scramble again. Yeah, 4.22. And I found the PLO skip. So that's it for today's stream. Make sure you subscribe and like. And I'll see you guys later. Oh, last layer skip. I didn't know there was last layer skip. And I'll see you guys probably. I might stream tomorrow. But on July 3rd through 6th, I probably won't stream because I'll be watching the World Championships. But I won't be there. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.